Hello friends, this is Wendy with Love and Stampin'. Welcome. I am so excited to be here with you today. And before we even get going on everything, we are doing a giveaway. This is the Be Merry Hop with Prickly Pear stamps. And I'm just showing you the products I'm using here today. So I'm going to use that really cute You Are Loved stamp set. And then I have an embossing folder from Stampin' Up. And then I've got a couple of Stampin' Up ink colors here, Azure Afternoon and Tahitian Tide, I think. And we're just going to mask off the bottom of this piece of cardstock using Post-it note tape that I get on Amazon. And then we're going to do some ink blending on the top of this card. So, let me give you the details of the giveaway, okay? So all you have to do is leave a comment or a heart at each hop stop for a chance to win $25 gift card from Prickly Pear Stamps. Plus, you have to follow me, so subscribe to my channel, and you have to subscribe to the Prickly Pear Stamps channel. A winner will be chosen randomly from all the comments left by November 15th at 11:59 Eastern PM. The winner will be announced on the Prickly Pear YouTube channel on November 17th. So if you want to be entered to win a $25 gift card from Prickly Pear, all you have to do is leave me a comment or a heart, and you have to do that on every one of the stops. There is a hop lineup below this video. So when you go into the description box of this video, there'll be a lineup of different people to go to. So it's Prickly Pear Stamps, Brennan K, Joy Wilson, Jay Thomas, and myself. So you want to go to each one of those, leave them a comment, subscribe to their channels, and that gets you entered to win the $25 gift card. So here, back to the card, you saw that I just embossed the top portion of this card. And now I'm going to go through with my white gel pen and add little bits of dots all over the place because we are making a snowy background for this card. And so we're going to do quite a few little things here to make this card look wintry and snowy. So here I'm just adding all my little dots in the background. And then I do some splatters with, what did I use? I think I just used water to do splatters and pick up so that I get a little bit of interest and detail. And then we are going to do some coloring of this super cute little stamp set. And then, then we'll wrap this card up. This video is not super long. In comparison to most of my videos. Most of my videos are like in the 20 to 30 minute range. So this one's not super crazy long because I cut down, I sped up a lot of the coloring. It took me quite a while to color and ink blend, but if I don't speed those portions of the video up and cut some of that out, all my videos would be like over an hour. Ink blending and coloring take a long time, and especially when you're learning. So here I'm just taking water because Stampin' Up's ink is water-based, so it's going to react to the water being splattered. And then I'm just taking a microfiber cloth and dabbing off the top of this layer. And then we are going to stamp and color this little tree. So I absolutely love this little tree with the little birds. And there's some cute sentiments in this set as well. And so to get my stamping right, I always use my MISTI because especially when you're coloring, you want all of your lines to be really like thick and clear, and you don't want to be stamping and not be sure what's going on. So let me just say that this video got recorded over the course of like 2 weeks, so you'll definitely see a nail polish color change here coming up. I started this before Halloween. I finished coloring this and getting this video wrapped up after like November 5th. So there was a nail polish change in there. So your eyes don't deceive you. That is actually happening. And here I'm just stamping in Hero Arts Intensified Black ink. And then I'm going to set this aside and let it dry. In real life, that's what I did. Here on the video, you're not really going to see that because we're going to move ahead. But anyway, I'm taking my shimmery embossing paste from Stampin' Up, and I'm just going to go across the bottom of this area down here that would be snow, and I'm going to spread it across, and then I'm going to dab. I'm going to dab up and down with this little spatula, pushing some of the snow up above the little line and making this snow just kind of have like this puffy look. And I didn't want it to look flat. I wanted it to have texture. So when you touch it and feel it, you can see here where I'm dabbing. When I touch it, you touch it and feel it, you can feel the texture. When you use embossing paste, water, ink blending, any of that kind of stuff on cardstock, when it dries, it's going to bow. So that absolutely happened with this card. As it dried, the bottom of this kind of bowed up, and that's okay. What I did to fix it is I just set it aside with a MISTI on top of it after it dried. So I waited till this was completely dry, and here I'm going to add my little enamel dots too. So I waited till this completely 100% dried, and then I took a MISTI and I put it on top of the paper so that it would just flatten everything back out. And that worked like a charm. Now, it took more than like 5 minutes. I left it, truthfully, I left it for like a week because, like I said, this card got done over the course of a week to 2 weeks. And that's just not because the card had to sit under the MISTI that long, but that is just because of life. And things get in the way and things happen. And so, so I started this way long ago and then I finished it fairly recently. So it did sit under that MISTI and have time to flatten out and get nice and flat before I used it and finished out the card. So that is something to consider when you're making a card that uses like a mixed media. It is something to take into consideration that you're going to need drying time and possibly flattening time and all of that. So after I finished this portion, this was like it for this card, like I said, for a couple of weeks. I set this part aside, let it dry, and then I set the MISTI on top of it, and then I didn't come back to all of this for quite a while. In the video, obviously, you're going to think it's all immediate, but trust me when I say. So let's talk a little bit about, first of all, let me back up. If you're new to my channel because you are a part of this hop and you're going around to leave comments on everybody's stuff, hello. My name is Wendy, as I said in the beginning, and welcome to my channel. I'm glad you're here. My channel is not a typical card maker channel, I don't think, because I share a lot about what's going on in my personal life, meaning kind of what I call a card maker vlog with a V, which means it's kind of like I'm updating you, chit-chatting with you. We're friends. So if you're on my channel and you subscribe and you hang out long enough, you become my friend because that's just how it works. And we just have this little fun stamping family here and we enjoy each other's company. And I visit with you and you visit with me in the comments. So I always appreciate it when you leave me a comment telling me a little bit about yourself so I can get to know you as well. Now, really quick, back to the card. As you can see off to the right-hand side, those are all of my colors that I chose to use for this card. So those are all Copic marker colors, and I'm trying to be better about writing them down as I come up with them. And here's the thing. I am not good enough colorist yet to be able to just like sit down and pick colors and color. So what I do is I stamp my image. You can't really see it on the screen here, but I stamp my image on a piece of grid paper, which is what I did to the right of that My Sweet Petunia grid paper. I stamped my image there, and then I mapped out what colors I was going to use for what and where on this card. So so then when I sit down to actually color, I'm not trying to guess like, oh, what color should I use here? I already know because I've already mapped it all out. I've already picked all the colors out. And so when I film for you, it's just seamless. Let's talk about these birds. I did not know what color to make these birds. This is where my coloring skills struggle. Is I felt like there was a lot of different colors going on here, and I got scared that I was going to mess it all up by making these birds crazy colors or something. So these birds are colored with E31, which is like a super, super light beigey brown. And I used gray. So I kept my birds a really neutral color because I guess in my mind, when all else fails, go neutral. I kind of wish I would have done one of them like a bluebird, but at the end of the day, this tree is the star of the show. The bird's clothes are very colorful, and this is just somewhere that I get a little stuck, and it's all about learning. So again, if you are new here, you'll know that coloring with Copics is somewhat new for me, and I'm still in the learning phase of coloring with them. And so, if you're new to them, then this is a great spot for you to be because we're just going to learn together. So I went around on my snow parts and I added a little bit of blue with the B000. And then I decided to stamp my sentiment in white embossing powder, ink blend over the top of it, corner around the edges, and we're going to add it to the card. Also off screen, I fussy cut out that tree to glue onto my card front. And I just didn't really think you would care to see all the fussy cutting. And it took me quite a while because it kind of is intricate around the edges. So anyway, we're going to stamp this. I used my Rabbit Hole Designs embossing buddy, like, what did they call it? Cottontail embossing tool. And then I'm using Versamark ink to stamp my sentiment. And then we're going to heat emboss in white embossing powder from Hero Arts. And then heat set it and then ink blend over the top of it. I ended up ink blending in blue and then decided I didn't like it and ink blended in black to get a totally finished look. And then for some reason, I don't know why, I didn't record me showing you this card totally finished. So at the end of this video, you're going to see a photo of it all put together and finished. And it turned out really, really cute. So here I'm just ink blending in black over the top, and then I'll wipe it off with that microfiber cloth. I didn't like the blue. And then we're going to assemble, and then this card will be finished. So yeah, hang out here with me if you're brand new. Subscribe to my channel, and we do lots of what we call story time. If you know who Kelly Taylor is, I actually started following her when she very first started her YouTube channel because she did story time, and so did I. And so I immediately felt at home with her, and we are now friends. Like, I can say that. We talk and chat, and she's an incredible person. So yeah, hang out here, get to know me. I have over 1,400 videos, I believe, on YouTube. The very first ones are pretty gnarly, but as I've progressed over the last decade, my videos and stuff have gotten better and better, and I'm just so happy you're here with me, and I look forward to getting to know any of you that are brand new. And for those of you that watch all of my videos and that are always here hanging out with me, I just want you to know how much I appreciate you. I really love you very, 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 very much. So thank you for being here, and I hope one of the people that leaves a comment on my channel wins, because that would be super fun. All right, if you want to see another video from me, you can check them out here, and I hope that you guys have an amazing rest of your day. And I did pop that video or that picture in before we came to this spot just so you could quickly see the finished card. You can also go over to my blog to see all my photos. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.